guys, JSGC here, back again for another Manchester City transfer update. Remember, I'm rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout the whole January transfer window to keep you guys up to date here on YouTube every single step of the way when it comes to Manchester City transfers. So if you haven't already, do subscribe. It is free to subscribe, now less than 800 subs away from my goal of 40,000 subscribers. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and check out my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. We absolutely crushed 400 likes in yesterday's update. So let's add another 100 likes on top of that and let's go for the big 500 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Do also leave your thoughts as well in the comments below. So once more, no contract news. We're going to dive straight in with the outs. We've got the very latest on James McAtee, and the Daily Mail have said that Newcastle are keeping an eye on James McAtee. There's a lot of interest this January in James McAtee. What I found very interesting though about this article, it's always been £20 million that Manchester City want for James McAtee, and this report has said that City have upped that asking price from £20 million up to £25 million. And it's speaking volume to me that Manchester City, we're seeing James McAtee be linked with the exit door. We're going to be looking for central midfielders, and yet potentially we're looking here at a player that's been linked with a move to Newcastle, to Borussia Dortmund, to Bayer Leverkusen, some fantastic teams who, within the next season or two, I am sure will be able to develop James McAtee into a world-class player. So if Manchester City want to sell James McAtee, I think it's so important here that we learn our lesson from Cole Palmer and we decide to put in a really good buyback clause. Not having a buyback clause here will be a mistake for Manchester City, you mark my words on that. So if we are considering selling James McAtee, then that to me is the avenue. Make sure we get a good premium price for him, and a buyback clause and sell-on fee is included in this transfer as well. In an ideal world though, I want James McAtee to be given his opportunity between now and the end of the January transfer window here at Manchester City to showcase what he can do to keep him at the club. If McAtee is still a Manchester City player by the time this transfer window has closed, I think it's really important that we get him onto a new long-term contract, a contract which reflects his importance to the Manchester City team and reflects him being a Manchester City first team squad player. So we will see what avenue we go down when it comes to James McAtee. I think a lot comes down to how many minutes he's going to get between now and the end of this transfer window, and then towards the end of the window he will make his decision. Does he want to stay? Does he want to leave? What's going to happen? We'll have to wait and see. My gut feeling right now is I don't think he'll go anywhere. I think he'll remain at Manchester City. But if we do want to go down that avenue, a good fee, sell-on fee included, buyback fee included as well. Now moving on to the ins, the very latest on Samuele Ricci was reporting yesterday that he signed a new contract at Torino, official and confirmed until 2028. However, Calcio Mercato in Italy have said that despite him signing this new contract, the club and the player have put in a gentleman's agreement for him to leave if Europe's biggest and best decide to come in for him. Manchester City are still interested in signing Samuele Ricci, as are AC Milan. Torino have named their price, apparently still looking for between 25 and 30 million pounds if Ricci is to leave. I do have my doubts about him leaving this month, but Manchester City may still choose to pursue this in the summer. And if that is the case, then that transfer still could happen. For this window though, I regard that transfer as being done and dusted. I just don't see how that is going to happen. Anyway, moving on. New name. Really interesting, this one. Comes in the form of Abdukodir Khusanov of RC Lens over in France. Now, he's a 20-year-old centre-back from Uzbekistan. Manchester City are well informed, according to Fabrizio Romano. He says there's plenty of interest in him. There's a race on to try and sign him, but Manchester City are interested and are informed of developments of a potential transfer for him to leave RC Lens at some point in this window. Now, he did sign for Lens back in 2023 from Uzbekistan for only £100,000, and they're talking here that this transfer could be done for around £20 million. And if that is the case, it's near enough a £20 million profit turned in just over a year from RC Lens, which is very impressive as far as I'm concerned. We'll have to wait and see if City do decide to make a move, but interest is definitely there, and we do have some movement in the market. 20-year-old centre-back, exactly what City are going to be looking for, and from what I've seen of the clips of him, he looks absolutely rapid. He is quick, and a very quick centre-back for Manchester City could pay dividends. We play a very high line, so having a defender who can track back and cover for us would be worth his weight in gold. So making a move for Khusanov could be just a real gem for Manchester City. So to me, looks good to me, and if City are happy to make a move, I'm more than happy for City to make that signing happen. Now, moving on to the penultimate transfer, I want to speak about Ederson over at Atalanta, and Jack Gaughan has confirmed that Manchester City are interested in signing Ederson from Atalanta, but says the big question here is, with Atalanta competing at the top of Serie A, and there's every possibility that they could win Serie A this season, will he want to leave mid-season to join Manchester City? And that is the biggest cause for concern, not just for this transfer, but for all transfers, and why it's so difficult to get transfers done in the January transfer window. But for the position that City have found themselves in, City need at least a couple of players in this window. Ederson is of interest. It has been confirmed from Jack Gaughan, and Martin Blackburn has also confirmed it as well. City are interested, and Atalanta wanting around £50 million for him. Will City want to make the move? And more importantly, if they do make the move, will he want to leave mid-season? We will have to wait and see. And moving on to the final transfer, I want to speak about Omar Marmoush over at Eintracht Frankfurt, and Jack Gaughan has near enough confirmed the same as what the situation is with Ederson at Atalanta. Manchester City are interested. They like his versatility across the attacking line. He's having a really good season, but he is currently trying to help Eintracht Frankfurt to achieve their goals for the season. And whilst Atalanta with Ederson are looking at the Serie A title, Eintracht Frankfurt are doing very well in the Bundesliga right now, are thinking about trying to get Champions League football for next season, and he could well achieve that with them. So does he want to leave mid-season to join Manchester City? You've also got to think of it from the other end of the stick here, in how often is it that Manchester City are going to come in for these players? How often are these players going to have the opportunity to sign for Manchester City, to play in the Premier League, and to work with Pep Guardiola as well? It is a unique selling point. But if City do want Ederson or do want Marmoush, they need to act quick to make these signings happen. We know the price. Martin Blackburn once more confirmed Eintracht Frankfurt for Omar Marmoush, looking at around £50 million as well. So for £100 million here, we could be adding both Ederson and Marmoush to our squad. Link that in, of course, with bringing in Khusanov as well. £120 million, we get a defender, a midfielder, and an attacker, all with versatility, all with a good age, all having very good, promising seasons. To me, it makes sense. What could you guys do? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Remember, 500 likes is the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Do subscribe. Remember, daily Manchester City transfer updates. We're now less than 800 subs away from my goal of 40,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. I'm going to keep you up to date every single step of the way, every single day, with all the latest City transfer news here on YouTube. So if you haven't already, do subscribe. It is free. And finally, social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and check out my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. I've done my preview for Manchester City's game against West Ham, which is live on my channel. You can go and check that out. I've also got the link out to my live stream watch along for that game if you want to go and check that out and set your reminders. That would be much appreciated. And I will see you again tomorrow religiously for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.